What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications as you coming into this video. The stock market is continuing to crash, man. I thought we was going to kind of see it come back, right at the end of March. But, since then, it's just been, well, yesterday was Friday, right? Today's currently Saturday. And Trump, I haven't even kept up with the news. The last I heard about what Trump is doing and so on is the 25% tariff on vehicles made outside the US. One thing y'all gotta realize, bro, about the stock market, one thing you gotta realize about America and these companies, everything is made in China. You look at something, it says made in China, made in Taiwan, made in Mexico. Nothing is made in America. And so some people think Trump is trying to bring manufacturing back to America and make things American made cheaper. And is it going to do that? Maybe, probably not. I don't see these companies selling off where they currently have production in these other countries just to come to America. Like, the time process that'll take is so long, and I don't even think the tariffs are going in full effect for a while. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't keep up with the news every single day and everything that's going on, bro. It's changing too quick. But what y'all gotta understand, bro, the reason why, I mean, the market would take a hit regardless, with the tariffs and whatnot. But the 25% tariff tax on vehicles made, and I don't even know what the other, we'll just say the highest of all the tariffs is 25%. There might be something higher. 25% is a lot. You got to think if a car is 50,000, right? What's 20%, 25% of 50,000? Let's see. That's $12,500. That they're gonna have to pay. That's how much, if not more, because they're gonna want to profit off of that. That's how much more you're gonna have to pay for that $50,000 car. The car is currently $50,000, which buying a $50,000 car is a bad investment all around. But this is just an example for numbers wise. That same car is now gonna cost $62,500. You see what I'm saying? So I think the market, let's see, year to date. This is VOO, by the way. VOO tracks the S&P 500 top companies. It's an ETF. It's a market tracking ETF. So this tracks the overall stock market to a point. It's currently down almost 15% year to date. I think, personally, since tariffs, we're going to have to see at least 25% loss, sell off. We're in for it this year. This is going to be a down year, or a flat one. This is not going to be a green year. If you buy January, you're going to be averaging your way down more than likely. I can't predict the market. No one can. But the way it's looking right now, it's April. Things are continuing to get worse. Trump came, inauguration, that was the peak. I already knew that the market was going to crash after inauguration. That was the sell point. If y'all remember, I was making videos back then saying, hey, when inauguration come, the market is going to go crazy. But I would consider selling because it's probably going to crash after that. Trump got in office. Once Trump won the election, the market instantly went up. And it was going up until inauguration. He came and then he started making changes. Trump comes and he makes big changes. Y'all notice? That's why the market and the world reacts the way it does, because no other president is coming and making these big of changes like this, you know? And whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, something's actually fucking changing. Something's actually being changed, though. Instead of the same old year after year. I was just thinking, this is so off topic, but I was just thinking about this Anthony Edwards child support thing. And why is it that women are able to get $5,000 a month in child support, bro? That should be changed. But that's off topic. We're not gonna stay on that. but that needs to be changed. Trump came in and he things are changing. If you ask me, I think we're going to have to see at least a 25% loss this year before things start to go back up. If tariffs are 25%, the market's going to have to sell off probably more than that, man. But this is not to scare you guys, man. This whole, I'm saying all this to say, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm still invested. I'm still holding. I started getting in the market back in probably September, October, November, somewhere around there. I can't really pinpoint the exact day or month, but it was then. So currently I am down. I seen some gains. My portfolio was doing good. It was in the green up until inauguration. I swear to goodness. And now I'm negative, bro. I'm down. Like, my portfolio was down. It's reflecting. I'm majority percentage. My majority holdings is in VOO. So, I'm down 12. I'm down like 12% all time. Since I've been invested, not all time, but since I've gotten back into the stock market. My strategy is to dollar cost average. I'm holding for the long term. Cause look, let's zoom out 5 years, right? No. Let's go back to my last stock market video that I made, and I pointed this out, right? Let's go back to let's just go 2015 to 2019, right? Because there's really no big dips other than this one right here, and this dip here is the coronavirus. This is the pandemic. This is when the world shut down. This little dip. All of these gains and growth that we've seen, even though we've had a good little crash here, this little dip is the pandemic, bro. Mind you, this was a market crash right here. But it did not fall below existing. It did not fall below where the pandemic was. So if we went through something and the whole world was shut down, a pandemic, bro, I'm not worried about nothing else in the market, man. Even then, that's the best time to buy because everyone's panicking. Now, you don't want to be holding for all them years, and you've accumulated profits no matter if the market has crashed recently or not, and the pandemic comes and then it completely wipes out your portfolio. Yeah, you could have sold off and kept that and played it conservative, but you also could have held it, and still continue to see gains. You would have lost a lot. You would have been down. But you gotta thug it out, bro, because there's going to be a better day. I firsthand witnessed the corona. I witnessed it firsthand. The crash in the market, the world getting shut down. I had just finished my trade school. I had graduated high school the year before in 2019. But whenever they start shutting schools down and stuff, it was like early 2020. So I seen all this firsthand, bro. And had I just been able to hold, I would have been up. I wasn't able to hold because life happened and I had to sell off. And, I wasn't prepared outside of the market, to where I could keep holding my stock. That's why you always want to have your an emergency fund, a cash reserve that you have access to immediately. But I seen all this stuff firsthand, bro. And as long as we're not dropping below September 30, 2022, 328, I'm not too much like concerned about losing a whole bunch of money. But even if it does, bro, the stock market is designed to go up, bro. Like this is max returns. This is only going to show me back till, well, it was listed on September 9th, 2010. Since then, it's been 15 years, going on 15 years. Look at the gains. 350. No matter all the market crashes, the world shut down. That didn't stop nothing from this ETF to continue to grow. The stock market to continue to grow. That's the point I'm making, man. Right now is the best time to buy. Right now is not the time to panic, bro, and sell and take a loss. It's not. Do not take a loss right now, bro. Even if you bought, see, let me show y'all. This is where I got back into the market, bro. Let's see, that's, okay. This is September, October, November right here, right? So I seen a lot of gains, but I'm dollar cost averaging. So my average cost per share went up since the stock was going up, right? So I'm kind of at a loss now, but as I continue to keep dollar cost averaging and I'm buying this big of a dip, my average cost is no longer up here. It's coming down to where the dip is, And so long term, another 5 years from now, let's see, look, the world shut down. It took we're 5 years from it now. And look where we're at. Even though we're in a recession, a crash, Trump is talking about 25% tariffs. Look where we're still at. A lot of this growth is inflation and all type of stuff. One thing y'all need to understand, the rich get richer in times like this. The poor get poorer in times like this. If you're not invested, even if you are poor, you're gonna lose out on gains, bro, because stocks get inflated when shit gets inflated. When prices get inflated, so do stocks. Right now, prices are coming down. Real estate prices are coming down. I'm seeing houses for sale on Zillow. Like, damn, that's cheap. Hell, I could probably offer lower than what they even asking for. Cause they've been dropping since December, November. Prices have been dropping. People can't afford this shit no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little time to where people just can't afford the shit no more, and then the market shows that, and so prices actually start to come down. That's what's happening now. Prices are gonna start coming down, bro. Real estate has already come down. Interest rates, they did have a little cut, but they haven't. I don't think they've cut it since, and it's still pretty high. But the price of homes are coming down. So that's a good thing. They're probably gonna keep interest rates high to combat this deflation we're about to see. And deflation is a good thing. The market crashing is a good thing. Everything is getting back cheaper, right? Buy the dip. That's what I'm doing, I'm not your financial advisor, but you're watching my video, right? So, my strategy is to dollar cost average, bro. I look at history, and as long as you're investing in something that withstand crash after crash, pandemic after pandemic, even though it hasn't been that many, it's only been one. And look at the times. We're still experiencing the effects of when the world shut down, bro. That's why we're at where we're at 5 years later. From when the world shut down, bro. The world can't just get put on pause and ain't no money being made. Ain't no money being moved around like that. Like it was still some, but you talk about 99% of the world was shut down, bro. Now I ain't gonna say that extreme, but it was shut down, bro. And the main countries and cities and whatever was shut down. That's a lot of revenue being lost, not being generated. So that's where we're at now. I want y'all to understand that, man. I don't want y'all to be scared. If you ever see a market crash, you say, if you go try to tell your friends or your family, oh, they don't want to put their money because they hear it's crashing. Why would I put my money in it and it's crashing? They don't even have the right fucking mindset at all, bro. Because anybody with a good brain, anyone who's smart, will know to take advantage of when it crashes. You know, they'll look at history. You know, they'll say, oh, it's on discount. Instead of, oh, I don't want to lose no money. It's already crashing. It's got to come back up at some point, bro. You can't time the market. No one can. But you can dollar cost average, bro. And you can hold for the long term. And that's where you're really going to see your growth and your gains, man. Right now, I'm getting killed. Obliterated. You know, but I'm thugging it out. I want to hold it down, man, and actually see these returns over 10 years. I haven't been able to do that. I'm only 25. My birthday's in 2 days on Monday. I'll be 25. You know, and this is how I think though, man. You know, and we can all win out here, man. You know, there's ways to do it, but you gotta stay down till you come up. Straight up, and that's what stocks is. Staying down till you come up, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the market though, man, down in the comment section below. I'm gonna get at y'all in the next one, man. It's TYP the name. Make sure you guys subscribe to my main channel, TYP Cam. Y'all are watching this on more TYP Cam. We on the road to 100K and 10K, okay? So I need y'all to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. I'll get at y'all in the next one, man. And it's been real hollering with y'all.